Carola Binder's Shock Values, Prices and Inflation in American Democracy is, well, an ambitious and engaging exploration of how price fluctuations, both inflation and deflation, have shaped United States economic and political history from colonial times to the present. At 346 pages, this accessible yet scholarly work weaves together economic history, political analysis, and monetary policy debates, earning praise as one of the Wall Street Journal's 10 best books of 2024. Binder, an associate professor at the University of Texas at Austin, argues that efforts to stabilize prices have profoundly influenced the size, structure, and scope of American government. Often with contentious and lasting consequences, Binder's central thesis is that price instability, whether soaring costs or collapsing values, has driven pivotal moments in United States history, from the adoption of paper money during the Revolutionary War to the establishment of the Federal Reserve in 1913 and the Volcker disinflation of the 1980s. She contends that these moments reflect not just economic necessity but also political battles, interest group pressures, and evolving ideas about monetary policy. Unlike traditional monetary histories such as Milton Friedman and Anna Schwartz's A Monetary History of the United States, Shock Values emphasizes non-monetary responses like wartime price controls and tariffs alongside central banking. This broader lens comprises, Binder's narrative is brisk and accessible, making complex topics like the gold standard and nominal GDP targeting approachable for non-specialists. The book's strength lies in its thematic approach, organized around 4 recurring ideas: the disparate impacts of price fluctuations, the power of economic ideas, the role of interest group politics, and the tension between democratic accountability and technocratic institutions like the Federal Reserve. For instance, Binder vividly recounts how Andrew Jackson's War on the Second Bank of the United States in the 1830s and William Jennings Bryan's 1896 Cross of Gold speech reflected public distrust of centralized monetary power, debates that echo in modern calls to audit or abolish the Fed. Her discussion of World War I price controls under President Wilson highlights both their role in expanding the administrative state and their economic distortions. Though some critics, like Paul Kupiec, note she downplays the severity of these distortions. Binder's analysis really shines in contemporary contexts, especially, her examination of the inflation surge in the 2020s, which eroded public trust in policymakers. She argues that high inflation also erodes confidence in policymakers, institutions, and democracy itself, a point that's honestly underscored by all the recent political finger-pointing we've seen. Her proposal for nominal GDP targeting as a potential reform to the Fed's inflation-focused mandate is, quite thought-provoking, though she does acknowledge its political infeasibility. However, the book's ambitious scope, covering both aggregate and relative price changes, occasionally feels a bit overstretched. Binder's inclusion of policies like minimum wages and farm subsidies, while definitely relevant, risks, diluting the focus on monetary issues. Some reviewers, like a systems engineer on Amazon, criticize her cursory treatment of modern monetary theory, or MMT, and her alignment with mainstream economic orthodoxy, especially on interest rates and the Fed's dual mandate. These critiques honestly suggest a potential blind spot in engaging with heterodox perspectives. Despite these limitations, Shock Values is a compelling read for anyone interested in how economic policy intersects with democracy. Binder's meticulous research, supported by, get this, 50 pages of notes, and her balanced perspective, neither condemning nor endorsing price controls outright, make it a valuable contribution to economic history. It's a timely reminder of inflation's political stakes in an election year, offering insights into a challenge that continues to shape America's future. This has been Shock Values, Prices and Inflation in American Democracy by Carola Binder. Cheers for watching Speedbook Reviews. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel.